Good morning. My name is Phyllis Swackhamer. I'm a certified Kripalu yoga teacher, and I'm looking forward to spending the next hour with you in doing some exercises that hopefully invigorate our bodies, give us more balance, strength, and flexibility. Over more than 30 years of teaching, I have just been thrilled at the people who have created amazing disciplines for helping our bodies come back into balance. All of us have experienced injuries or positions of walking, sitting that have put us out of balance, and there's so many things we can do to retrain our bodies. So in just an hour, we're not doing everything today, but I look forward to helping you feel a little more balanced today. Right, so let's begin. Let's just do a little bit of relaxation. Just come to the forward part of your chair, the forward half of your chair, and put your legs into alignment position. So hips, knees, right over the center of your feet. That will be our alignment position when we're sitting, standing, or lying down. We'll be doing all of those things today. Just begin to observe your breath gently. Just let your eyes close. And start to feel your body soften. Let go of tension. Just observe the air coming into your nostrils. Feel it perhaps cool, and then leaving. And see if there's any tension in your eyelids. They may be just a little bit squinted. See if you can relax that tension in your eyelids and up into your forehead. Even your scalp. Back down to your eyelids, softening your cheeks and your jaw. Let the mouth be slightly parted so that the jaw is relaxed. It's a very large muscle, the sides of our jaw. Let the tongue in your mouth relax, just gentle, relaxed feeling over your whole face. And allow that relaxation now to spread down your neck, the back of your neck, sides of your neck, the front, down onto your shoulders, and the upper back, right down below your neck, between your shoulder blades. Very, very relaxed. Return to observing your breath for a moment. And then give a big, deep inhale. Hold as you lift your crown towards the ceiling. And exhale. You can allow your eyes to open now. And let's begin with some pelvic tilts. We're going to tilt the pelvis under and back, and under, and back. So the pelvis goes under, tailbone comes out, tops of the bones are forward, back, and forward. The sacrum and lumbar area is an area that can often give us problems. Exhale back. Inhale forward. The breath is extremely important. The breath carries prana or life force energy. We come in with our first breath and we leave with our last breath. And in between, it's a lot of quality of life is given by our breath. And slow it down gently, letting the pelvis rock just a little bit less. And then let it come to stillness. And then lengthen your crown as if you had a little cord on the crown of your head. Let that pull you up and up and up and feel what that does to your spine. And now roll your shoulders back just a little bit. Let the sternum, the breastbone, come forward and open. And breathe. Opening the chest, making more space for the breath. And now roll your shoulders around, one shoulder forward and then the other. Continuing to breathe deeply. Feel that twisting in your upper spine between your shoulders and down toward your waist. There are 6 movements your spine can make. Forward, back, side to side, and twisting to one side and the other. So you need to do all of those movements to keep the muscles of your spine flexible. And pause. Let's do a little side to side movement here. We're going to be opening the rib cage here. So we're pulling one hip up towards the shoulder and then the other. So it's not so much about leaning side to side, but we're making a C out of our bodies. Pulling up that hip. And at the same time, keeping your head in line with your shoulder. So we get that beautiful body alignment. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. As you go through these exercises, find the ways to match your breath to the movement of your body. And slow it down and pause. Now begin tapping your feet. Heels, balls of your feet, toes. Just let your shoulders be relaxed here. They can be at the side of your chair. And now just the balls of your feet. And then your heels. And now roll your feet around so your ankles are opening in all directions. Balls of your feet. And now around the other direction. If you're on a carpet or something soft enough, place your toes underneath, one side, one toe, 5 toes, 1 foot underneath. Stretch the ankle out, get those toes, the whole front of your foot stretching. Relax. An alternate is to put your foot behind the other ankle and press. Stick that foot out and rotate. Flex and point the foot. Tap again. And now your other foot, either behind your ankle or under your chair. Pressing with just the right amount of pressure. In any of the exercises we do today, we don't want to be going into pain. That causes muscles to tighten, and that's just opposite of what we want to do. So like that stretch. Bring the leg out, rotate your ankle. And point and flex. Foot. And tap. Okay, just put our knees together, lean forward a little bit, elbows out, long spine. And now bring your body up, walk the toes out, and the heels, and the toes. So we're getting a wider and wider stretch through the groin. Walk your toes in, heels in, toes in, heels in, and back out. find a comfortable position. We're going to do some stretching through here, so whatever is the best stretch for you. And a good rule of thumb might be to stretch about 75% instead of going for the 100%, because it's been found that stretching at a less level helps over time, and consistency really helps with your flexibility, range of motion. Okay, let's put our hands, fingers on the inside of the knees and lean forward just a little bit, getting a little bit deeper stretch there. And then let's try that out, moving to this one side and then to the other side. And let's just keep our body in one plane. So we're moving from pulling here at the hips, at the top of the hips. We're going to be doing a little twisting later. And pause. And now pretend like you're going to get up, so you're using the muscles of your legs. So just press into your feet. Feel these thighs strengthen. Hold that pose. And relax it. And now we're going to get a little twisting going. We're going to bring one shoulder over towards the opposite knee. So inhale. Exhaling. Bring the elbow forward on that arm and twist. We'll go deeper with each one. So just start gently. Inhale back to center. Lengthen that cord on the crown of your head, lifting you. Take another breath in. Exhale. Inhale back up. Exhale the other side. Elbow forward, spine twisting. Feel it way down in your back. Feel it clear up through the mid-back, between your shoulder blades and your neck. Looking up, and turn your eyes to look towards the ceiling, as far up as they can look. And then slowly bring your eyes back, bring your whole body back to center. Press yourself up. And breathe. Okay, we're going to do the other side again. Just use a little bit of muscle power here to press your knees back, not pressing with your arms, but just engaging these muscles on the outside of your legs, these abductor muscles. Take a breath in, lean forward, and now twist. So you've got a straight spine that you're twisting. Bring the shoulder forward, the elbow forward. Good. And looking up over your shoulder, turn your eyes to look up, up, up. Breathe. Your internal organs are getting a massage here as you breathe deeply. And now come back to center with an inhale and up. Okay, walk your feet in, toes, heels, toes, heels. Good. Those abductor muscles, we can give them a stretch by a strengthening, really, by placing a folded blanket, which this is, or a pillow between your knees. And let's just do, you can also just use your hands, placing the thumb into the web of the other hand. You can place those between your knees if you've got nice long arms, sitting up nice and straight. Begin to press, squeezing these, using our adductor muscles, the muscles that bring us together, strengthening those, and out, and again, and out, and again, out. Keep breathing nice and relaxed and deep breaths, strengthening these adductor muscles. And relax. In the best of all possible worlds, you could do 3 sets of those, doing about 10 each time. And now the abductor muscles, let's stretch those a little, just placing one leg across the other. And just take your hand and press it against your knee. And now resist. So give a little work here to this abductor muscle by pressing gently against it. And release. And press again. And release. Breathe. Press. And release. And change sides. And again, let's give a little resistance to this leg. So we're going to press, and with the same amount of pressure, press the knee into your hand. And breathe, and relax that. And press again, about 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and release. And once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and release. Okay, once again, use your hands to rub down your legs. And then bring your thumbs right up the insides of your shins, just massaging up along the inside of your shin bones, stopping at any place you feel a little more sore places that need a little extra TLC. For me, knees are the place that usually need a little work. Some nice massage inside there. These are the yin meridians coming up the inside of your legs. Got liver, kidney coming up here. And spleen. Okay, now I want you to bring your knee, either knee, up toward your chest, sitting up very straight again. Bring it in toward your chest, and then gently start moving it out and gently across the midline. So we're moving that hip joint. And then just take it in your outside hand and make some circles. And some circles the opposite direction. Back and forth, just warming up the fascia, the muscles, getting the fluid inside your hip, moving. And then bring that knee up and across. If that feels like a really big stretch, then move it out a little further. Just see where it works for you. And again, we want to continue to sit up very straight so that cord on the crown of your head is pulling. You're lifting, lifting, lifting towards the ceiling. So this is a stretch here into our hips. Once again, let's just give a little TLC to the knee. So maybe areas on the front of your knee, or the side of your knee, or the top of your knee that would really like a little stimulation. And walk up or down once again. This area just behind the shin bone. And now take your foot and move the ankle around both directions. And now turn your toes under. Give them a nice squeeze. Turn the toes under. Still sitting up nice and straight. Relax shoulders. Let your breath relax you. And then let's end with an area right inside the arch here. In foot reflexology, this reflexes to the spine. So it's like giving your spine a massage here. If you happen to find another spot or two somewhere that's a little tender, that's your body asking you to pay attention to that. Remove my sock. So now you've forgotten about your hip, which was what we were stretching here. Just reach over and give a little massage to that hip muscle. The gluteus muscles, of which there are 3 on each side, are the strongest muscles in our body. So we really need to pay attention to them. And now just sitting in this position, see if there's just a little bit more lean forward with a flat back, just leaning lightly forward. Find the stretch, not into pain, just what feels like a really wonderful, juicy stretch. And breathe. And come back up. Strengthen that thigh a little by stretching your foot out, out, out. Just feel that in your thigh. Holding that, and then flip the foot a little bit, point and flex. And down. Come out. And the other leg, bring your other knee up toward your chest. And start moving it side to side. Crossing the midline and out. Again, warming up the fascia, muscles, stimulating your movement. All these things that are happening, your nerves are being stimulated. Your blood is stimulated. And the meridians that run through your body carrying an energy stimulated. Bring it back up, and out, and then this leg across. So again, you'll notice that in your hip, and so we're going to pay attention to the foot for a while. Just allow that hip to relax. So just start letting your ankle be relaxed as you rotate it around in both directions. And turn your toes under, give them a nice squeeze. And begin working on that inner spine area. So the inner arch reflexes to your spine. And maybe finish by just walking up the inside of your shin. The yin meridians come up the inside of the body. The yang meridians, the energy flows down the outside of your body. Again, look for any tender spots that want a little extra attention. And then pressing that leg out. Sit up very straight. Use these thigh muscles. Press the heel out. Point your toes. Flex. Point and flex. And okay. We're going to come to standing. If you have socks on and you're on a slippy floor, then it'd be best if you take your socks off at this point, if you haven't already. So let's do a little shaking, moving our energy. This is actually in energy medicine. This is one of the things that help move our energy. So let your ankles be really relaxed. Your knees relaxed so you can shake up and down and getting the shoulders shaking. Good. Fingers are loose, wrists are loose, elbows. Let the hips move side to side. So you might step with one foot and then the other, just allowing the whole body to move. Sniff the breath in. Let it come out with a sound through your mouth. Relaxing the breath, relaxing the voice. Relaxing what it is you need to speak. And then make fists and tap gently at the juncture of your legs and torso, freeing up energy from the lower part of the body up to the upper part. And gradually slow it down. Begin to straighten your legs softly. Let your arms come down. And just feel your body relax. Okay, shake your arms out, up high, place your feet apart, and begin with some movement side to side with the hips, opening even more. Again, if you feel like your breath is somewhat constricted, try inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. And now let's bring that into some pelvic circles. We did that sitting, now we're going to do this standing. Pelvis forward and back. Inhale, forward and back. And do this at whatever speed feels good for you. It may be slower. And come back to side to side to side. And begin to let your arms just fall to the sides. And then let the arms come down. And then start bringing it up on one side. And let's do this with a breath, a ha breath. So we're going to inhale. Ha. 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 Ha, ha, ha. Slow it down and down and down. Good. Okay. Stepping out with one leg, the other leg behind you, just in a nice natural walking position. And let the opposite arm, so you've got one leg forward, opposite arm swinging. Ha. Let's throw the breath out. Ha. We're energizing now. Exhale, inhale back, exhale forward. Ha. 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 If you have shoulder issues, do it more gently, stay in control. If the shoulders feel relaxed and open, ha, throw it out there. And switching now to the other side, other foot forward. Ha. Ha. Ha, 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 ha. Hold it out there and bring your arm back now, back, 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 twisting the center of both arms up. Bring your feet right under you in alignment position again. The tip of the hip bones up here, right through your knees and the center of your feet. Ha. Inhale your arms up to shoulder height. Reach out, reach out. Turn the palms up. Open the chest, open the breastbone. Squeeze your buttock muscles and press your pelvis forward. And now bring the arms down to about 45 degrees. Palms really open, fingers stretching back. A gentle squeeze, pelvis forward, chest open. Now squeeze your shoulder blades together. This strengthens the muscles that are needed to hold our head up. As we age, sometimes our head starts coming forward more and more. We can do something to prevent that and to stabilize that movement. Squeeze your shoulder blades. And arms up. Palms out, exhale down. Flex your wrists, press down towards the floor. Feel that all the way up along the length of your arm. And relax your arms. Shake out. Let's go into that one more time. Let's start by squeezing our shoulder blades together. So lift the shoulders a little, squeeze the shoulder blade, press the pelvis forward, bring your arms up about 45 degrees, palms are forward, fingers open, stretch those fingers open. Stretch, buttocks are squeezed. Strengthening muscles. Back, neck. This is a good one to do, say 3 to 5 times a day. Just stop what you're doing and hold it for 1 minute to 2 minutes. See, if you imagined you were standing straight up and you're going to lengthen your spine with that little cord on the crown of your head again. Make that movement. Even though you're arched back, make that movement. See if there's a little more stretch and length in your spine. And slowly release. Slowly come back. Relaxing the arms down. And breathe. Okay, we're going to use our chairs now to support us in doing some standing postures. So let's start. I think I'm going to put my chair backwards. So put it down behind your chair. And your chair is going to be used for support. And let's start by just engaging the standing leg next to your chair. So feel that buttock muscle squeeze. And you've got your chair just to hold lightly to help you balance. Bring that cord onto the crown of your head, lifting, lifting. Engage your legs. Let your toes grip the floor. Feel a little squeeze in your buttocks. Feel how straight and tall and strong you can feel. Breathe in and let go. Shift the weight now to that inside leg, the one next to the chair, and lift the opposite leg. So again, strengthening here now for the thighs. Pressing into the floor with that standing foot. Chest is open, breathing deeply. And slowly release it down. Move your legs a little, shake out, tap. And then you can either turn facing the opposite direction if you feel more comfortable with the standing leg next to your chair, or just switch legs. So stand very straight. Again, engage. Feel the muscles of your buttocks. Let the toes grip the floor. Stand really tall, really straight. Open your chest. And inhale your leg up. Use as little help from the chair as you need, as little or as much. Just helping with that balance. Keeping our feet and legs strong is so important in keeping our balance. Deep breath in, exhale, leg down. Okay, tap out. going to come beside the chair. So, come to the side of your chair and just stand with your legs next to the chair. And now, with a straight spine, bend just from the hip joint. So, hinging here, bend, bend, bend. Let your arms come down. If you need to bend your knees lightly here, you can do that. Holding onto the chair here. Now tuck the tailbone under, just as we did pelvic tilts sitting and standing. Try this, tuck the pelvis under, and now up. Feel that stretch in the backs of your legs. And now under, and up. Under, and up. And now slide the right foot back and slide your hands back on the chair toward you. Other knee is still next to the chair. Just rock back and forth a little bit, opening calf muscles. And then really open your chest and shoulders as you arch and look up and place movement into the forward part of your foot. So press that forward foot into the floor and forward, engaging the whole leg here. Feel the buttock on that side and squeeze the buttock gently on the other side as you press the heel down to the floor, looking out, chest open, breathe deeply. And now press yourself back and straighten the forward leg, getting a stretch in the back of that leg. Doesn't have to come all the way straight if it doesn't want to. Lean forward, just the amount you need to get a good stretch in the back of that leg. And breathe. And walk forward. Okay, remember which leg you had back. Walk around a little bit. Keep your body relaxed. Okay, and come back to your chair. So if you had your right leg forward, now left leg is going to go back. So place that right leg next to the chair and bend from the hips. Find your position. Slide the other leg back. Forward knee is bent. Slide your hands back toward you so you can look out and up and open your chest. Feel the stretch in your back calf. Press now into the forward foot, pressing it down and forward. Feel the muscles engaged along the whole length of your leg. Clear out into your buttocks. Give a gentle squeeze to the buttock on the back leg. Holding anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes for most of these postures is where you want to aim for. Feel the contraction just below your shoulder blades as you look up. Contract just below your shoulder blades, strengthen those muscles. And now, gently stretch the front leg. Find straightening that leg just enough to get a good stretch. Still feeling the stretch in the calf of the back leg. And now, slide forward and come up. Shake out again, walk around a little bit. pelvis is so critical in staying out of pain and keeping our bodies aligned. And the pelvis can become out of balance by being forward. The pelvis can be back. The pelvis can be lifted on one side. The pelvis can be rotated. And it can be several of those things all at once. So there are exercises to help with that. And I'm not going into all of that today, but we're going to do one of those to help with an elevated pelvis. In our yoga practice, it would be called the half moon. Many other people have used it in lots of disciplines. So let's just start by engaging our fingers and our hands so that we're becoming aware of our body being really engaged. And then slowly with our breath, inhaling the arms up, pause, reach out. So really open the chest. And then come on up. So there's various variations we can do with this. If it feels like it's too intense for your shoulders, put one arm down and bring your arm over your head. If it feels okay to have your arms up, let's grab the wrist of one hand. So this is going to be opening, this is going to be stretching all the way from the top of the hip up through our arms. So we want to make sure we don't twist. We're staying exactly between two planes of glass here. All right, we're going to be opening the rib cage. Let's start by pressing the hip out and now stretching the rib cage. And you can pull on that upper arm. Again, making sure you're not twisting, grip the floor with your feet. Think about the crown going toward your wrists. Tighten your buttock muscles. And to come out, breathe. We're going to lengthen with that cord on the crown of our head. We're going to reach the arms up. We're going to press the pelvis back to center as we inhale. Let's do all those at once. Inhaling, pressing the pelvis back, lengthening the crown. And exhale, out, out, out. And let's just press palms out. And down, and down, and down. Breathe, relax, just center yourself. Shake your arms out. And now the other side. So this helps with keeping our pelvis aligned. So we're going to go do the same thing again, bringing our arms up. Let's put the palms up so our chest is open. Bring the arms up, either placing an arm over your head or grabbing a wrist or palms together. Press the hip out. Open the rib cage, lengthen the rib cage, pull, pull. Breathe. Ground yourself, growing roots through your feet down into the floor. Your legs are strengthening as you're doing this, as well as the stretching you're getting through the rib cage. Grip the floor with your toes. Make sure your feet are parallel and directly under you. And now we're coming out with the crown reaching, arm reaching, the pelvis coming back under us, and inhale. Here we go. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, out, out, out. Press out the walls to the side. Press, press, press back. Let's come back through this little stretch. And okay, now we're going to come to the floor. So we won't be doing anything when we're down on our knees. Fairly gentle things we're doing. So roll your mat out. And if you want to use a blanket, you And put a blanket under or on top of your mat. Make sure you're comfortable and have enough padding. Okay. Let's start, everyone, with this for the seated position, just with your feet towards the edge of your mat or your blanket. And just rock side to side a little bit. And press your feet down. And back. And now just sit up very straight. So we're going to use the muscles of the belly to hold us up here. Feel your thighs working as you're just holding there. If you want, you can slide your hands behind your knees and just give a little pull. Okay, let's come down. Lying on your back. Just settle your shoulders onto the floor. Rock your pelvis a little bit. Settling it in. Knees are bent. And now straighten the left leg and your right leg. Bring it up and start circling your ankle. Do it in one direction. And now the opposite direction. Go for about 20 circles. Keeping the ankles flexible, the feet strong. Again, so important in keeping your balance and your alignment. Keeping your body in alignment all the way up through the knees and the hips, through your shoulders. And change legs now. Right leg straight, left leg up, foot circles. Maybe if you've done 20 in one direction, go for 20 in the other direction. And pause. Back to the first leg, same position, but this time point and flex your foot. Keep the toes straight up in the air on the extended leg. And now we're pointing and flexing. You're strengthening and stretching those muscles of the lower leg. And then shift positions and do the other leg. The long leg, the foot is, the toes are straight up to the ceiling, heel pressing, and now point and flex and point and flex with the other leg. See if you can relax your shoulders. Just become aware of where you carry tension in your body and what you can do. Just using awareness to release that tension. And back to a circle or two, and pause. Just pause with your legs bent, shoulders on the floor. And now bring both knees up to your chest. And open the knees with one hand on either knee and circle. Circle in, up through the center, and out. Again, do this at a speed that feels comfortable for you. Fluid in your hip joints. Lubricating your whole head of your femur. Go the other direction. Change direction. And then just place your hands on the insides of your knees and rock a little side to side, a little side to side, 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 side. And bring your knees up once again. Ha. And now with the legs in alignment position, so again, from the top of the hip bone here in the front, through your knees and through your feet. Be in that position. Just place your hands, palms down beside you. Begin to relax, feel your shoulders side to side. Just lying on the floor like this helps to rebalance your body. Hips side to side, shoulders side to side. And now bring your hands together over your chest and reach the knuckles to the ceiling so the shoulders come off of the floor and then let them down. And then press the knuckles again and down and up and down. One more time. And then slowly lower the hands behind your head. If they keep the elbows straight, if they don't go all the way, pause wherever is your best stretch. If they come all the way to the floor, then stretch there. Press your low back towards the floor and bring your arms back up, overhead, knuckles towards the ceiling. Pause. And go back down again, keeping the elbows straight. Pause if you need before you reach the floor, or if you're coming all the way to the floor, move to there and stretch those arms out. Press your low back to the floor, bring it up, up, up. And pause. Okay. We could do several of those. That would be good. But we're going to stop here because we have one more thing we want to do before we move into relaxation, and that's a bridge pose. So let's start by just engaging your abdomen, which brings the pelvis slightly up. So engage your abdomen. And now squeeze your buttocks. And now lift, lift, lift the hips up. Go for about a straight line down to your neck. You can bring your arms underneath if you want and roll up on the shoulders a little more for just a little more work in this posture. Press the backs of your hands into the floor if you're doing that. Or you can press your palms into the floor if you have your hands straight by your sides. You're strengthening your gluteus muscles, such important big muscles here. You're strengthening your hamstrings. Balancing the pelvis. And now slide your shoulders apart. Slowly, slowly start rolling down. Ah. And you can either end here and begin your relaxation, starting with allowing your whole body to just settle evenly onto the floor, or if you want to end with a little knee down twist to stretch once again these abductor muscles on the side, you can bring the knee over and place your hand on top. And if you're doing that, a little extra is to resist again, pressing your knee into your hand and your hand into your knee with equal pressure to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let it relax down even further. See how it will stretch a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the pressure. Let the leg go. And if it feels good, continue with one more of those. Pressing the hand into the knee into the hand. 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. And then hold this for about a minute. Stretching. Relaxing. Noticing. To be in tune with your breath. And then, if you're working with this stretch, move over to the other side. If you're beginning your relaxation, continue to relax. So those of you with the knee down, start by first coming into position. Put your hand lightly on top of the knee, and then press the knee into your hand into your knee. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. See if you've got a little bit extra stretch there. It came down a little bit further, and press again. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if there's one last stretch, go for that. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then hold the position for about a minute, just relaxing into that. When you bring your knee back up, press evenly into the knees bent, press evenly into both feet. Bring yourself up, realigning your spine, and then down. And then find your most comfortable position to finish up a few minutes of relaxation. One way that you may want to try, if you haven't already, it's a great way just in the middle of the day to lay down and relax, is to take a chair, put your hips up near the chair, bring your feet over that chair, and let your whole body just go into a deep, long relaxation. As if there's nothing to do. You have all the time in the world, letting go through your whole body, appreciating yourself for having taken the time to honor your body through this practice, which honors your spirit. The body is the home of your spirit. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go very deeply. And since you're at home doing this, you can take as long as you want to continue to relax. If you need to end at this time, then just come right back out, gently, gently, gently.
I think it's off. Yeah. So. There you go. Yeah.